Pick Studio, this is Shaggy.
Is this the Shaggy? It is Bret Michaels for the Shaggy. I had a whole thing in my brain I was singing. Boom, ka, boom, boom, ka. Like I had a big intro for the Shaggy.
Do you know what? I will take whatever intro you will give me, Mr. Bret Michaels.
Shaggy.
I love it, man.
That's how we're going to roll.
That is awesome. Hey, Bret, it's great to have you on the show again, man. We're so looking forward to this Saturday night, June 21st, West Yellowstone. I got to say this. Bret Michaels, Dee Snider, and the AMH band Adam and the Metal Hawks. What a lineup.
It is going to be a night of party. We have done this a few times in different cities, and it is unbelievably great. It's not, first of all, nothing but hit songs, nothing but good energy. It is my, although I have been in I'm just saying, the Montana area many times, this will be my first time at this event. And I am, again, I go into everything to leave it all on the stage, to have nothing but a good time. And we're just going to pump it up and make it great and treat the fans great. There's 3 generations coming out, and we're just going to make it an exciting, just a good day, a good night of music.
Oh, I know that's true. I mean, I've seen you in concert a couple times, and every time, just like you said, I mean, you give it your all, man. You really do. But the question I have this time is, how'd you convince Dee Snider to come out on the road with you?
So Dee's been out. Dee's born on the exact same day as me, right?
You're kidding.
So, March 15th, the Ides of March, along with Mark McGrath, right? So my
from
buddy
Sugar
Mark
Ray.
McGrath from Sugar Ray, born on the same day. And here's how it started. Dee's been a friend since the beginning of both of our careers. And what I asked him to do when I started producing these Party Gras festivals, they're called the Bret Michaels Party Gras Mardi Gras. Mm-hmm. I said, Dee, here's what I'd like to do. What if you come out on the road, right? And I go into my song, and about 3 songs in, I say, man, I would love to sing you a Twisted Sister song, right? But I said, no one can do it better than the man himself. Boom. I land on the ground, cryo goes up, and we're not going to take it, right? It's awesome.
The crowd goes wild.
Crowd goes nuts. 3 songs. He throws the mic back to me. I'm into Nothing But a Good Time, Talk Dirty to Me, Unskinny Bop. Then on the Party Gras, we also have like Lou Gramm from Foreigner, Mark McGrath from Sugar Ray, Don Felder from the Eagles. Like every artist, you name it. We had Steve Ajari from Journey. And we just go out there. I have this attitude because I'm a fan of music. I think what I would like to see or hear, and I want to hear those hits. I want to sing. I want to have a great time. And that's what we're bringing to this show. We're going out there. And same with Adam and the Metal Hawks. It's the same vibe with AMH. Right. I want to do it justice, right? AMH, and just coming out there on stage, we have them join us. And it's what music is meant to be. No ego. It's meant to be. Music to me is always about being inviting and exciting, but never dividing us. That's what it's about.
Oh, definitely. And what's really cool about this show in particular, a percentage of the proceeds for this show is going to help a little girl named Wynn Murphy. She's a 5-year-old little girl with a brain tumor. So surgeons have been able to successfully remove 99% of this tumor that this little girl has, but I guess there's still a little bit more to go. So that's what's especially cool about this concert. Some proceeds are going to help her out.
Absolutely. And from not just from the concert, myself personally, from my Life Rocks Foundation, every single show that we do, and I know I don't talk about this all the time, but from the beginning of my career till today speaking with you, I always said as a lifelong diabetic, I've had brain surgery when I had my aneurysm. Mm-hmm. They saved my life. I've been through a lot of different things in my life. So every concert in every single city has to be a concert and a party with a purpose. And that's what we're doing with the amazing family and everybody at this show. Just know you're having a great time. You come enjoy yourself, and then we're taking part of those proceeds. I'm going to make a donation, and we're going to continue to save lives.
Man, and you know what, Bret? This is why people say you are one of the nicest guys in rock and roll. I'm not even kidding. As a radio DJ, people often ask me, who is the nicest rock star you've ever met? And I have 2 answers. One of them, Alice Cooper. The other, Bret Michaels.
So first of all, you just gave me chills. Alice, one of the most kindest, best people ever. right? And to be there sitting beside him in that same sentence, I can't thank you enough. That's a good day.
Well, of course. I mean, I don't know if you remember this. A couple years ago, you came and did a show in Pocatello, Idaho. You know, I was the DJ on stage doing the announcements in between bands and stuff. And right after you got off, you know, you played an hour-and-a-half set. You're sweaty. You gave it your all. You came right up to me on the side of the stage. You gave me a big hug and said, Shaggy, thank you for everything you did for the show. I appreciate it. And you know what? I appreciate that because not everyone would do something like that. So shout out to you, Bret Michaels. That was awesome.
Well, I remember it beyond extremely well and always grateful. And that's my attitude, again, on everything, that gratitude, and you keep it rocking, real, and relevant. And as they say, it takes a village. It's, again, I know it's a statement said many times, but it's true. It takes that teamwork between all of us and the fans to make the concert and the dream work.
Oh, definitely. You know, I'm a big fan of Steve-O from Jackass. So it was super cool to see you on his podcast recently. And one thing that I really noticed while listening to you on Steve-O's podcast is that you're quite the businessman. I mean, you won Celebrity Apprentice, for crying out loud. But I'm curious, was there ever a business opportunity that you had a chance to be a part of or invest in that you didn't, and now you regret it?
So let me say this. Let me go to the good side. First of all, let me start with Steve-O.
Sure.
Right? One of the best days of my life ever. So Steve-O, we're in Arizona, right? He was jumping a car that he was strapped into out of a plane and then parachuting before, obviously, it went horribly bad, right? Finishes, he's an RV guy. Now, you got to remember, from my birth, I think the first thing I remember is being in an RV from birth till now, right? I bring that RV with me everywhere if I can. I know the band and crew of the tour buses and the Prevost. I'm an outdoorsman. I like being able to independently travel, right? So he's like me. He shows up. He has his RV. He's like, man, you know everything. We're putting shore power in. We're dumping tank. We're doing whatever we need to do, right? And after we're laughing, we sit down and do the interview. And one of the things he said, look, I know you've had some great successes, not just music, but outside of music, holding on to your publishing, doing all that. So I want to say this truthfully. I surround myself with people that are smart. They know much more than I do, right? And I listen to them. And there's a few that go with me. Sometimes look really good. And I'm like, oh, I want to. And they're like, just hold. Let's make sure this isn't a flash in the pan. You know what I mean? And I'm sorry to go this deep into it.
Oh, no, go for it.
But I've been pretty fortunate that I have not jumped at everything because most of them end up being disasters, fraudulent. Be careful because easy come, easy go, if you know what I mean.
Exactly.
And if I could ever get advice to anybody, take a moment and just, it seems exciting. And if you got this advice from somebody that's really drunk at a bar, it's probably not the right advice to take.
That's great advice.
You know how many times I've been like, I love you. Listen, bet on this. You're never going to lose. I'm thinking, why is he? Why? We're drunk at a bar at 1:30 in the morning. I'm pretty sure that may not be the best advice. Just throwing it out there. But there's not many I regret. There's a few that ended up doing better and you wish you put more into. But I got to be honest, I've been surrounded by good people and we've made some pretty good decisions. One of them is holding on to our publishing. We never sold it. We owned publishing from the beginning. And here was the blessing. I'm going to make you laugh. No one wanted our songs. No one wanted Talk Dirty to Me.
Nuts.
Every Rose. Nobody.
Crazy.
Like, these will never be a hit song. And that just fueled my fire to make it a hit song. And then to own all that and watch how many movies and the Super Bowl commercial this last year kicked off with nothing but a good time. That didn't suck. That was a good day.
Not a bad payday either, I'm sure.
Both emotionally and financially, it was a win-win.
That's amazing.
So I'm laughing, and I don't want to go too deep into that. I just know this. You can have the best of both worlds. I tell people this. You go have fun, be passionate, but get it done. I don't ever do anything, ever, with a bad attitude. I go into it, and sometimes 90% of the time it works, and 10% you just got to walk away from something and be good with that.
Yeah, definitely. No doubt about that. Now, Bret, before I let you go, I did have some listener questions. I had some listeners text in wanting to hear some answers from you, if that's cool with you.
Listeners are the most important. I don't get to do it without other fans like myself of music, and happy to answer their questions.
All right, fantastic. So this one comes from Austin. He says, was it an honor to have Talk Dirty to Me in Guitar Hero 3, the video game?
So, Austin, I hope you're doing great. And the answer to that is 1,000% yes. So I'm going to give you an even deeper dive into that. The answer is absolutely yes. Go with me. And at the very end of it, the hardest level is my first solo hit from Rock of Love called Go That Far, because it's a really tough guitar riff. It's just ba-da-da-da-da. It's a tough guitar riff to play. And so that's the final, when you get to the final end of the game, making it through all the levels. But let me say this, I'm the body, right? I had to go into the warehouse. They put me in almost a jumpsuit, right? And stuck a bunch of ping pong balls to me.
Oh, yeah, motion capture,
and
right?
I had to jump around at what's called beats per minute. So every time you're watching the guy win, lose, his head goes down, I had to do that for about 6 hours of jumping around, kicking, going faster, slower. I want him to know I paid my dues. I'm like, I want to be the body. I thought this was like a 15-minute thing. 6 hours wrapped in ping pong balls in a jumpsuit is me jumping around.
Amazing.
On an empty warehouse stage for the whole day, so that you could get that Guitar Hero.
Well, do you know what? Guitar Hero 3 has notoriously gone down in history as the best Guitar Hero of the entire franchise. So I'm going to say it's all because of you, Bret.
Well, no, first of all, thank you. What an honor. And I've heard this, and I'm thinking, man, that is awesome. But I don't want to oversay it. But we really took time. When I say this, with their team, everyone that was working on that, there were so many people working on it. But I just want you to know I gave you 6 to 8 hours of jumping at every single beat per minute you can imagine. It was incredible.
Well, definitely got your workout in that day, that's for sure.
I did. I sweated for the cause.
Well, we appreciate your sacrifice, Bret. Now, our next question is coming from Porter. Porter says, was there any point during Rock of Love or Rock of Love Bus where it felt like work, or was it all as fun as it looked?
No, it was fun. It was crazy. And I just told everybody, remember, my work and my play are a big gray area. Like, in other words, I'm doing what I love to do. And when I sign up for something, I'm given every bit of it stays out there. I put it all out there, right? And let me tell you, the girls, I want to go on record. The girls are the rock stars.
Yeah.
They made that show. I pulled up. I said, I want everything to be mine. What we do, motocross, the cars, lingerie, mud football, whatever it was. And I said, I need the motorcycle to be mine, just not the house. Like, if we're going to destroy a house, let's destroy someone else's.
Sure.
That's the only thing that wasn't. I went in there, and here's how it worked. I threw my helmet off, and we did 3 seasons. Threw my helmet off, got off the Harley. I said, I don't know what we're going to find, but we're going to find something. But let's go have some drinks. Let's party. Let's rock. And we just unleashed from there. And it became still to this day their most highest rated show they've had on the network.
Well, for a good reason. I mean, it's basically The Bachelor on steroids.
1,000,000%, and a few other things we won't get into. But it was a really, again, a tip of the cowboy hat. The rocker cowboy hat to the girls. They were the rock stars, and I just was me. Like, I told the producers, if one of the girls isn't into me, don't edit her. That's life. Let's roll with whatever the punches are, and that's what made it sincere.
Very cool. Now, finally, our last question comes from Dana. Dana asks, looking back 40 years ago, what advice would Bret Michaels today give Bret Michaels in 1985, just before Poison's first release in 1986?
So here would be my absolute advice, right? And I know you're going to think I'm making this up, but I'm not. Most important thing never, never, ever lose your passion. Have fun. Get it done. And when I say this, there's a reason. I watch so many of my fellow peers, so many, get embittered by the ever ebb and flow of the entertainment world, the highs, the lows. And I said, just never, one piece of advice, water off a duck's butt. Right? I'm going to say it like that. Water off a duck's butt. I'll leave it at that. You got to let things go and be able to not become embittered, and just remember why you started in the first place. You love music. You're a fan of music. I picked the guitar up because I love music, and it was healing for me as a diabetic. That's the truth. I had some place to go when the rest of the world felt like it was caving in around me. And I said, that's what I have to remember. That's the advice I would give myself and have maintained, even at moments when you were really dealt with some, and I think you know what I mean, some knuckleheads. Mm-hmm. You deal with some knuckleheads in the music business. And I said, don't let that embitter you. Just go out there and play music for why you started. You love it. And for the fans that come to see you.
That's some great advice. And I would probably add on to that, at the end, you'd probably want to say, strap in and get ready for a wild ride.
That's all I'm going to say. Well, wait, you've said a given, right? All I can tell you is, like my diabetes has built me for music. Be strapped in for the highs and lows that you're about to encounter on this wild ride.
No doubt about that. Well, Bret Michaels, thank you so much for joining me again today, man. I appreciate you taking time out of your day to do this. And don't forget, this Saturday night, West Yellowstone, Montana, Bret Michaels, Dee Snider, Adam and the Metal Hawks. It is going to be a party for a good cause, helping out Wynn Murphy, a 5-year-old little girl. Some proceeds going to help her next surgery. So it's going to be absolutely awesome. Now, Bret, before I let you go, I do a segment on my show called Shaggy's Picks, where I like to pick a deep cut from an artist or whatever song I'm feeling today. But I am handing it over to you. It is Bret Michaels' picks today. So I'm wondering, is there like a hidden gem in the Poison or your solo catalog that maybe you wish got more attention that you want us to play?
Well, let me say this. What happens is, obviously, very quickly, the answer to that is yes. And it's not so much about getting spins as knowing that they're going to focus on whatever the single releases are, mm-hmm. right? And you go, this was a single, this could have been a single. But one of my favorite ones for this summer is, and again, it came out, we did it it was only released as just a video, right? Just as an official video that we did. One of my favorite solo songs ever that puts me in the best mood ever, and again got voted the feel-good song of last year, is called Back in the Day. Just everyone listen to this song, take the trip, listen with you, and then go and look at the official Bret Michaels video. It'll just, even if you're having a rough day, it'll put you in a good mood.
Perfect. Well, do you know what? We're going to play it for you. And for all the listeners out there, Back in the Day, Bret Michaels, get ready for it. And don't forget, this Saturday, West Yellowstone, June 21st, Bret Michaels, Dee Snider, Adam and the Metal Hawks. It's going to be a killer show. We're still giving away tickets. So text the word Bret, that's B-R-E-T, to 208-523-ROCK for your chance to win a pair. Or you can purchase tickets on our website, pickidaho.com. Mr. Bret Michaels, once again, thank you so much. You have anything else you want to say?
I just want to say I love you, my brother. I can't wait to see you. And last but not least, most important, thank you and your listeners for just keeping it rockin', real, and relevant always. I love you for it. And we'll see you. I can't wait. Saturday night is going to be awesome.
Darn right, man. I appreciate it. Right back at you. We will catch you on Saturday.
I can't wait, man. Thank you for a great interview.